and welcome to GUST coverage of the SRC Election Results 2014. We're live in the Williams room and we're only about 10 minutes away from the actual results being aired. Now, all positions will be joined this evening, and people have been out all day today and yesterday in the rain trying to get people to vote for them on University Avenue. If you go outside just now, you will see that it's littered with pamphlets and Haribo wrappers, and it's an absolute mess, but hopefully it'll pay off in the end. It's been a very tough week for the candidates with a packed schedule of hustings, which got pretty heated, I believe. Debates hosted by GUST, of course.
She has a year's experience as an SRC exec and insists this will be vital heading into the new term. Next up is Donald McKay, who has been involved with the SRC for the last 3 years. He claims his biggest strength is the fresh, radical ideas he will bring to the role. Naomi Duffy-Welsh is candidate number 3. She's running on the platform on making the SRC more accessible through improving contact and video blogs and providing free fruit in the library during exam times. Finally, we have Owen Mooney, a general rep for the SRC this year. He is aiming to improve SRC engagement with clubs and societies, as well as improving student housing by holding landlords to account.
VP student activities, currently held by Brittany O'Connor, is the next role up for grabs. Their jobs is to support all student clubs and societies affiliated with the university to ensure that their voices are heard by those who matter.
Current Charities, Clubs and Societies Officer Jin Masilite is the first candidate. She has been a council member for the past 4 years, and she stresses the need to build on and improve Media Week, while ensuring the smooth handover of student media positions. Up against her is James Yates. He has no SRC experience, but believes that his work as on the board of management at GUU makes him a good candidate for the role, and what he hopes to achieve with it, such as a more prominent RAG week.
Next up is VP Student Support. Whoever takes up the position will be replacing Louise Graham, and they'll be responsible for student welfare. This involves making sure all students are represented fairly and have someone to turn to for help if they're struggling for any reason.
Liam King, the SRC's current Sexual Orientation Officer, is the first candidate. Over the past year, he's been involved heavily in the LGBT History Project, and he aims to raise the profile of mature students while continuing his work in gender equality while representing students with disabilities. Klopin Mihan has been the SRC's Gender Equality Officer for the last year, and she's been involved in the Council for the past 2 years. Recently, she's been involved in organising International Women's Week. If elected, she'd strive to improve support for survivors of sexual assault and continue to work towards gender equality.
The final sabbatical position on offer tonight is that of VP Education, occupied at the moment by Ollie Coombs. Their job is to work together with college conveners and school representatives to increase engagement with the SRC and to make sure that your voice is heard at all times.
Up for the role is Alan McManus, a PhD and current master's student who aims to improve support for mature students and improve access to the library for those who struggle with Gilmore Hill. Cal Davis is a second-year student currently holding the position of Maths and Stats Rep for the SRC in his second term in the Council. He aims to improve the working relationship between class and SRC reps and speed up the process of exam and essay feedback. Frankie O'Donnell is the School of Modern Languages and Colleges rep, and he aims to increase the level of academic support offered to students, for example with more academic writing workshops.
Now, one of the great things about this year is that every single sabbatical position has been contested, which means that we've actually got some pretty strong candidates.
I think so.
And obviously, I interviewed them all on Monday for GUST, and actually they all seem to know what they're talking about. So whoever's elected tonight, I'm sure we're going to have a brilliant president and vice presidents this year.
I'm actually a big fan of the online voting system this week as well. I know I would have liked to maybe vote in QMU, GUU, GUST, etc. elections, but I'd rather not go out in the rain to do it, so it's quite good to do it online. You don't need to leave the house, and I mean there's no reason not to vote when it takes you about 10
It definitely
seconds
aids democracy, and also at this time of the year with essays coming up, I think everyone wants to procrastinate as well, so it's a good way. As soon as you log on to Facebook, someone's told you and there's a link to go over there, so as soon as you get that link you're like, I don't
Why
need
not?
to, might as well get that done.
Something else to do, but no, I'm looking forward to see the results. I think
it
should be interesting to say the least.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully people are going to be seeing them around campus for the next year, so I think it's going to be a good one.
Have you voted?
I have. I voted yesterday.
You voted yesterday?
Yes, I'm keen.
Very organised.
It's just left enough time for the candidate to drop out or make a really embarrassing gaffe or something, and so
yeah, it's good. Should be
you?
good. I did vote. I voted this morning. So
Who for?
I can't tell you that,
Okay.
Connor.
Nice try.
Mainly because I'm worried that they're going to tell me off quite a lot if they don't win, and they'll think, oh, your vote, it could have helped, yeah, and you know, I let the side down. But
Cool.
no,
Good
I think
stuff.
it'll be quite good. And obviously, we are in the John Mac, so we see the SRC sabbatical officers all the time, so we're going to have to get on with anyone, whoever it is.
Mhm.
I'm
And
sure
of
we will.
course-
Everyone seems very friendly.
Yeah, and of course, when they have been elected, we'll be having them up here for a brief chat and an interview, so you can get to know them even better. And in the meantime, I think we're just going to head to the room 201, where the elections are about to get underway.
Sounds like a good idea.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that is the best, and Matt, Linda is the answer for every single husband question. Mad Linda, you got it. You must have it. Crazy. We're not bothering the t-shirts because we're not bothering the t-shirts because we're all still yeah, it's going to be a while. Over campaign as it is already familiar with the more education, consider candidate, big government favor, well, yeah, thank you. No, it's just forward. Okay. Thank you. It says that the first initial. Hello, hello.
Yeah, I say it's like 160%. It's like you get 90 wrong.
One by one vote. You have your share slightly wrong. One by one.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My name is Dickon Copsey, and I'm the returning officer for the SRC elections. So it is my privilege to announce that these elections, spring 2014, although there wasn't much spring out there over the last 2 days, are now closed. Congratulations to all of you that stood, that put yourself forward. It's not an easy thing to do. You need to be fairly brave to put yourself out into the limelight. And all that entails. So congratulations to all of you for standing. If you are lucky enough to be elected, then just to reassure you, the university places a big value on student representation and will value your contribution over the next year. But before we go any further, could we maybe just have a round of applause for the candidates? I would also just like to say thank you very much to the campaign teams who fought extremely hard over the last couple of wet days. And finally, very finally, the SRC for making these elections run so smoothly. So thank you very much indeed. So, I'm now going to announce the results, and this is basically how it's going to work, hopefully, fingers crossed. We're going to start off with the school representatives. We're then going to work through welfare and equal ops, undergrad college conveners, postgrad conveners, and then on to the SAB officers at the very end. What I would like to do, if it's okay with you guys, is as I announce each post, I will read out the name, and if the candidate standing could come forward, or the candidates could come forward to the front, I will then allow them to see the results on the page, so you can compose your face, before announcing the results to everybody else. As I announce, or when I announce, or shortly after, they will then come up on the screen as well, so you'll be able to see them up there as well. Okay, so if you are here, candidates, it'd be great if you could come forward when I give you a shout, and we'll give everybody a big round of applause as well. So, we're going to start, as I say, with school representatives, and the first role that we have is culture and creative arts, and we had Georgina Davis standing. So Georgina got 67 votes, so congratulations, Georgina. Well done. We now have School of Humanities, and we had Sarah MacDonald standing. Sarah? Okay, Sarah's perhaps not here. So Sarah MacDonald, 113 votes. Sarah is the new Humanities representative. School of Modern Languages and Culture, we had Gemma Grattan. Gemma? Okay, so Gemma got 63 votes, so congratulations, Gemma. We next have the School of Veterinary Medicine, and we had This was a contested seat, and we had Lucy Taylor, Terry Steele, and Sarah Crumry. Okay, so we had Lucy Taylor, 96 votes, Terry Steele, 66, Sarah Crumry, 7. Lucy Taylor is elected. For the business school, we had Adela Piontek, Matthew Clark, and Jan Vlecek. So Adela, 30 votes, Matthew, 63 votes, and Jan, 68 votes. Congratulations, Jan. So, School of Engineering, we had Jakub Czech, Chris Triantafilo, and Anwar Abushala. So, Jakub 34 votes, Chris 98 votes, Anwar 68 votes. Chris is elected. For computing science, we had Alexander Morgan. Alexander Morgan. Alexander received 45 votes. Alexander is here. Thank you. You can do a speech if you want. Geographical and Earth Sciences, we had Paul Smith. And Paul Smith got 70 votes, so congratulations, Paul. We now have Maths and Stats, School of Mathematics and Statistics. And we had Scott Dallas. Scott Dallas? Okay. Scott received 52 votes, and Scott is elected. We now have Physics and Astronomy, and we have Claudette Alfonso. Claudette received 44 votes, and Claudette is elected. Congratulations. For psychology, we had Nicola Maguire. Nicola. Nicola received 99 votes, and Nicola is elected. For the School of Education, we had Sarah Long. Sarah. And Sarah received 36 votes. Sarah is elected. For Social and Political Sciences, we have Kathy Steeks. Kathy Steeks received 117 votes, and Kathy is elected. For the School of Law, Chris Glendinning. Chris. Chris received 104 votes, and Chris is elected. Congratulations. Okay, so we're just going to move on to our college conveners. And the first college convener is the College of Science and Engineering. And we have Catherine Vallis and Oscar Schaefer. So, Catherine, 174 votes. Oscar, 151 votes. Catherine is elected. For social sciences, we have Marvin Karash. Marvin? And Marvin received 230 votes. Marvin is elected. We now have the postgraduate convener for science and engineering. We have Moses Igbinoza. Moses Igbinoza. So Moses, 24 votes. Moses is elected. Congratulations. For social sciences, postgraduate convener, we have Ariel Zhu. Okay. Ariel received 43 votes and Ariel is elected. Thank you. We're now moving on to the Welfare and Equal Opportunities Officers, and the first one we have is the Sexual Orientation Equality Officer, and we have Alistair Craig and Hannah Curley. Alistair Craig and Hannah Curley. So, Alistair, 621 votes. Hannah, 1,078 votes. Next officer, next post we have is Gender Equality Officer. Gender Equality Officer. And we have Hanagawa and Nadia Al-Nasser. Hanagawa and Nadia Al-Nasser. Okay. Hanagawa, 876 votes. Nadia Al-Nasser, 868 votes. Hannah is elected. For Race Equality Officer, we have Yasmin Abdel. Yasmin. Yasmin received 960 votes, and Yasmin is elected. For the Students with Disabilities Officer, we had one candidate standing, Una Marie Barrett. And Una received 1,030 votes. For Clubs and Societies Officer, we had three candidates standing. We had Domi Bachinskaita, Ian French, and Rian Devlin. So, Domi, 600 votes, Ian French, 324 votes, Rian, 365 votes. Domi is elected. For Environmental Officer, we had one candidate standing, Luke Evans. Luke. Luke received 1,012 votes, and Luke is elected. So, finally, we move on to the Sabbatical Officer posts. And the first post we have is the Vice President for Education. And we have Cal Davis, Frankie O'Donnell and Alan McManus standing. So, Cal Davis, 870 votes, Frankie O'Donnell, 300 votes, Alan McManus, 342 votes. Cal Davis is The next post is Vice President Student Support, and we have Clopen Meehan and Liam King standing. Clopen Meehan, 544 votes. Liam King, 1,122 votes. For the Vice President Student Activities, we had Jin Mazzaluti and James Yates. James, 642 votes, and Jin, 1,081 votes. And the final post for this evening, the President of the SRC. We had 4 candidates standing. We had Donald Mackay, Breffney O'Connor, Owen Mooney, and Naomi Duffy-Welsh. In round 1, Donald Mackay received 496 votes, Breffney O'Connor received 1,288 votes, Owen Mooney 485 votes, Naomi Duffy-Welsh 621. In round 1, Owen Mooney was eliminated. In round 2, Donald Mackay received 582 votes, Breffney O'Connor 1,419 votes, Naomi Duffy-Welsh 713 votes. Breffney O'Connor is elected. So, thank you very much all for coming. Well done and congratulations to all the candidates that stood today, and have a fantastic evening. Okay, thank you. Sorry, can I just ask the newly elected sabbatical officers, could you please see Jess? That would be great, thank you.
Oh, well done.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry?
Oh my god.
I'm not sure, I don't think so. Maybe they
Right,
can.
Right, actually, what were everyone's campaign slogans? Experience matters.
Yes, we
Yes, we
can.
can. Jill takes it.
No!
Pardon?
We good to go? Yes. Hello and welcome back. And we're here with, for the first time, all four together, is the Fab Four. It's the successful nominations, the successful candidates for the positions of SRC Executive 2014-15.
I think we should have a round of applause for that one. Now these four...
As a brief reminder for everybody who's just tuned in, we have Liam King for VP Student Support, we have Brett O'Connor for SRC President, we have Jin Marceluti for VP Student Activities, and we have Cal Davies for VP Education. Well done, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, these four have literally just run upstairs from the town and they're all beaming. You would not believe the enthusiasm and the adrenaline in the room right now. It's brilliant. Ruffney, how do you feel?
I can't even talk. I've lost my voice. It's just, I've been campaigning so hard all day trying to convince people. Overwhelmed. I can barely breathe. Hopefully I'll get that back again.
Okay.
But not just excited for me, but excited for the team. It's quite nice. We're all council members this year.
Yeah.
And we get to continue that into next year. And just the whole election, like everyone that's been elected tonight, like they've put in so much effort. And like people standing, you know, outside from 6 yesterday morning. And it's just, it's fantastic. So exciting.
Liam, how does it feel to get a position on?
I don't know. I'm still in a bit of shock, but I just want to say, right, it's about time the SNA got back in John Mac.
Oh, yes! Sorry, I have to join in on that one. For anyone who doesn't know, the SNA is one of the parties, one of the clubs, from debating at the GUU. And I'm an SNA member too, so I feel quite happy about that one. Not sure how well it bodes for student politics, however.
Well, I'm sure the next year will tell us that.
Cal, has it been a busy week of flyering and...
God, it's been a busy month.
Yeah.
Every night I'm making posters and paintings. Oh, my flatmates have put up with so much like aerosol spray and God, yeah, just weeks and weeks and weeks of effort and passion. Like I really care about it. That was the most fun thing, just speaking to people about education.
Yeah.
Because it's not the most interesting thing, but it was nice to like get people wanting to talk about the SRC and wanting to talk about education policy. It was, yeah, so much fun.
So Jin, you've been busy as well this week. There's been a lot of debates and there was a hustings obviously as well. So you've been, how does it feel to win after, you know, putting across your opinions for so long and people are really receptive to them?
Yeah, like I was enjoying this campaigning a lot because I think I got a chance to speak to some people and convince them to vote in the SRC election. So, you know, I believe I made the first initial step of getting students engaged. So I'm very excited about that. And now, to be honest with you, I can share, like, you know, a day after I decided that I'm running, I had a dream that I won the election. And then I woke up and I had this sense of, you know, satisfaction. I was like, oh yeah, like I already won. Like, you know, why try? Like, you know, already, like, you know, in my head, like I had this feeling. But then, like, you know, it hit me that I actually have to put up a good fight. So yeah, I was very scared, but like everything turned out well, so I'm very happy about
Good
that.
stuff. So you all won by quite substantial margins, I think, definitely. So how does that feel in particular?
Good, considering I was out here at like 5 to 5 being like every vote counts
Yeah.
as it does.
Yeah.
Like you just don't know.
God,
And
no, I was expecting mine to be so close.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think it'd be over in round
So it's
one.
really strong
then even
candidates you were
managed-
all up against. So
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, like there was no, like everyone was just so good and it was so hard to call it and everyone had different
It was
angles
so
to
nice
go
to see
through.
so many people running and so many strong people running. Like people were actually interested in what was going on.
Yeah.
I think we had a lot more conversation this year.
I think the voter turnout was way bigger
Yeah.
as well
Yeah.
than normal, which is absolutely fantastic because you just hear people being like, oh, I voted, and I'm like, I don't care who you voted for, but it's great that you voted, you know. It's like, that got me
But I
excited.
mean, all the new council are so strong as well. Some of them were like, so many of them were involved in like campaigning for us and helping us out, and we'll see them on Wednesday at next council meeting.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like, very looking forward to the year ahead of us. Like,
now the most professional question to ask is, how are you all celebrating tonight?
I'm going to be.
Or is it just catching up on
right.
sleep?
I'm going to be so drunk that I'm going to spew into my own hands. Okay.
We're going to pay him to represent you all next year, ladies and gentlemen.
I cannot wait.
I gotta look after this guy.
Responsibility starts now.
Yeah, so maybe the student support's going to be like carrying you home later on.
Well.
So if you all had to describe how you're feeling about the next year in one word.
Oh, buzzing, lush. It's gonna be lush.
passionate.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about next year.
Yeah.
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 The next year is going to happen.
Hopefully. It will happen.
Yes, yeah, well, yeah.
And Liam?
I don't know. I'm still in shock. I can't quite get over it.
I just feel sorry because you're going to have to put up with me for a year, like with Eurovision and like Welshness.
Trust
So
me.
you guys all know each other quite well already then?
Yeah.
So you're feeling quite good about working together?
Like Jen speaks to herself like in the office a lot because I work with her quite a lot already, so she talks everything. She's reading an email and she'll like talk.
Like, you know what she told me, like I think 2 weeks ago, she's like, I wouldn't be able to work with you in the same office. So I don't know, like, I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for the challenge.
When you're friends with people, is that you start working with them and you're going to tear each other's hair out by the end of the year.
But no, I remember
lovely
we
hair,
were doing
that would be terrible.
like the peg it forward thing, me and Breffney, and Jin was in the room and she was like, what is that thing? We're like, oh, it's a peg. And for the rest of the day she's like, peg? That's a new word, peg.
She's like, you know the girl out of Looney Tunes with the dog? It's like, why? What? Okay, I love you, bye-bye.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah.
So which of your manifesto promises are you most looking forward to getting started work on straight away? I'm going to start on that end.
I foolishly said, didn't I, that I would start work on Friday, didn't I? Well, no, it's fine. Like, I do have things I can actually start on Friday. The first thing I'm probably going to do is the 40th anniversary of the LGBT Society, because it's really easy. I just need to make a phone call and I can claim I've filled that commitment. So yeah.
Fab, Breffney?
Well, obviously I still have my current job to do, which is, you know, something that obviously I'm quite conscious of like doing, so that I'm fulfilling it till June, because obviously there's a handover period.
You can always hand it over just now, like, I'm sure she won't mind.
Yeah, take the next couple of months off. Yeah. So that will be quite difficult, but it'll be good to have that transition in the office when Jess is working in it. But I think obviously one of the main manifesto points is something every president talked about was like the engagement, and hopefully that the voter turnout was so high that will continue. And it's just, you know, it's not even about the sides, it's about all council members just like getting themselves out there and like, you know, speaking about elections and, you know, even tonight engaging with the other 4 student bodies, because obviously GU, GUST and QM elections are on tonight, so hopefully I'm going to try and make the counts of all of them as well, so that we can be there and stuff. Cause
5 pints at each.
Yeah. Oh God, I'll need it.
Let's go to the engine.
Yeah, I think I would start with Freshers Week because, you know, it's sooner than you expect. So, you know, I'm ready to go through 1,000 of applications, you know, hopefully. So, you know, I think I'll employ them as well. I'll be like, what do you think about these?
That'd be amazing.
We did a Freshers Week survey after last Freshers Week, and over 700 students said they wanted to be helpers. So she's a real love for us.
That was a nice thing. I was up at Murano last, like, I think a few of us were, and I was chatting to people, and like, when they were actually engaging, it's like, oh, you SRC Freshers helper.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that actually started to want to get involved.
So.
Yes.
Well, you definitely made, well, I think Breffney, congratulations, you made SRC Freshers Helping cool this year.
I think
So you need to keep that going again.
Yeah, I'll practice my speech, you know, so like, you know, just in front of everyone, I'll be like, okay guys,
we've all got high hopes pinned on the t-shirts.
Oh yeah?
I'll tell you what, can we get an exclusive here at GUST? Have you got a colour picked out for the Freshers t-shirts?
Did you dream them?
Yes, I dreamt of them. It's like, you know, sky blue. So,
I think traditional. The so like, I'm obsessed with Aztec. My campaign is Aztec. Tie-dye.
Can we do tie-dye?
That would be controversial.
Exclusive.
Can I put cats on it?
Tie-dye and cats.
Are you going to hand tie-dye them? Because that might mean more people, like an exclusive product made by the SRC executives.
That could be a nice bonding thing.
Yeah, a day of tie-dyeing.
Yeah.
Can
I just point out a day of tie-dyeing 300 t-shirts?
What?
It doesn't take that long really, you just get a big bath of the dye and then tie it. You just tie lots of elastic bands around it and then dunk it in the dye.
Because Holly Ferguson has
tie-dye
t-shirts. She's running for GU, she's tied.
Cal,
Well,
what are you
there
most
you go,
looking
guys.
forward to working on?
Oh well, I was in a meeting yesterday, like during the campaign, on feedback with maths and stats. I'm already doing that. Plus, I've got I'm speaking at a conference with Ollie in like a month's time, so I'm going to do all the research for student-led service learning already. So yeah, I've already got work to do.
Well underway, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Just don't let the education slip in the meantime, guys. Like, obviously, Bethany, you're okay.
My
but-
current job slipping, but these guys, yeah.
Cool.
I still have a dissertation to write, so like want to finish. So yeah.
Start.
So like finish. Let's say finish. So I'm gonna hopefully do that on Saturday. I expect us to start it tomorrow, but I
You're
don't
gonna
think
get your
that's gonna
dissertation
happen.
written on Saturday.
Yes, I'm gonna
Perfect.
start it. Yeah,
Well-
happening
I
2
have to be
days.
in work 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Well,
It'll be exciting.
well, I think
say
you'll be
hello.
forgiven for taking the rest of the night off to
Yes.
celebrate. Well, thank you
Yes.
again for coming in, and well done, of course. And
Thank you.
Thank you again for having us. Yeah.
no
No
problem.
problem at all.
Best
Good
luck for the next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, your SRC exec
Sure will.
2015. 14.
Thank you very much. One more round of applause. You just need to head off to the other elections. Or...
Yeah.